Jessica Laventure is out at a pretty cool thing this morning. She's out with the Ferrari Club, the Quebec Ferrari Club. And she's got her Ferrari hat on. She's pointing to the logo up there.
Oh, and the red pants.
Oh, look at the cars.
That is so
Oh, and the red
F1.
pants. Did you do that on purpose?
You noticed the cars, I noticed the pants.
Wow. Tell us about where you are. What are we going to be seeing? You're not going to get to drive a Ferrari.
I don't.
Because if you are, I'm going out there.
I don't know if I'm going to get to drive a Ferrari. I'm thinking no, these guys are not going to let me drive it, but they are going to let me look at it and maybe, hopefully, sit in one. So we'll see what happens. We're at the Ferrari Club. You can see the Ferraris behind me. There are more cars inside too. So if you love cars, if you love Ferraris, you definitely don't want to miss this morning's show because we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. In terms of weather, it is going to be very cloudy today. We're expecting a high of 20 degrees and we will have some showers. It's a little bit of a gray day, but this morning we may see a few peaks of sunshine. And I say may because right now it doesn't look like it. It's very cloudy out here. I'll be back in a few minutes with a complete forecast. In the meantime, here's Natasha with a look at traffic.
With the Ferrari Club at Quebec. And Jessica, I know yesterday you said that at least the first part of today we wouldn't have to worry about rain. Is there any rain to think about today?
Right now, it doesn't look like it's raining in Montreal. It's very cloudy, however. So if we have any chance of seeing some sunshine, it will be this morning. But again, I have a feeling that's a slim chance. It's a mostly cloudy day this morning. Before I go into my weather, I just want you guys to meet the people from the Ferrari Club. Say hi, guys. Yes, they know Richard Dagenet very well. And yes, these are the guys from the Ferrari Club. We're going to be talking to some of them later this morning. They're going to be telling me about their stories. They've actually been part of the F1 parade for many years. They're not doing it this year, but they've done it for many, many years. And they've got lots of anecdotes and fun stories to tell about the F1. Now, let's take a look at our weather boards. First one, because we're going to have some fun with these Ferraris in just a few minutes. In the meantime, Richard, Camille, take it away.
That's it.
Thank you, Natasha. I'm in a very special place right now. I can barely talk. That was me doing some car noises. I wish Richard was there. He does them so much better than I do. I'm sitting in a Ferrari. I forgot to ask. Frank, what kind of Ferrari is this?
It's a 360 Modena.
It's a 360 Modena Spider. What year?
I believe this is a 2005.
2005. So there you have it. This is just one of the cars that you'll be seeing this morning. We have tons of great anecdotes for you. We've got Frank and Mark and the whole Ferrari Club is here this morning. So we're going to be having a lot of fun, that's for sure. Weather-wise, you can expect some clouds today with a high of 20 degrees. It will be chilly and it will be rainy. But at least it won't be too hot. I'll be back in a few minutes. You definitely don't want to miss this. Stick around. We've got more Ferrari fun. Richard?
Thank you, Jessica. 25 minutes after 6 o'clock. Good morning. Some polishing going on there. A member of the Ferrari Club of Quebec, where we are live. They are in Saint-Laurent. Jessica Laventure is out there with them. You're watching Global Montreal Morning News. It is 6:30. Here are some of the stories we're watching for you.
Feel that F1 fever and it all gets started.
I'm keeping them reined in.
They were shown which cloth to use and everything. Everything was okay there?
Yes, I asked Sylvain, did you ask permission to do this? Do you have the right rag? And he said, yes, I asked, I swear. They're like little kids, these two.
He's trying to be a good boy.
He's trying to be, yes, he has to be a good boy because there are a lot of cars here, a lot of fancy, expensive cars, and I can't have these guys messing that up.
And there's rain today?
There is going to be some rain today, yes, unfortunately. It's already very cloudy in Montreal right now, very, very cloudy. Not so hot either. I have the jacket and the little scarf, and I can't say that I'm extra warm. So you do need to bundle up a little bit, and we're expecting some showers later today. I'll be back in a few minutes to give you a complete forecast. In the meantime, here's a look at traffic with Natasha.
Jessica Laventure is out in Saint-Laurent this morning with the Ferrari Club Quebec. And Jessica, I'm hoping that it doesn't rain on the Ferraris this morning.
Trust me, these guys are also hoping that it doesn't rain on the Ferraris. Yeah.
Well, I haven't got far to go, so I'm okay.
Yeah, but you know, the cars out here, they might not like it so much. But for now, we're good, and it does look like we'll be good for the morning. I'll come back to weather in just a bit, but I just want to show you guys. I'm with two brothers, actually. This is Frank and Mario Del Pinto. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're going to show you a quick evolution because we have a few cars parked here in front of the headquarters, the Ferrari Club headquarters, and they're all in evolution of years. So, guys, tell me about this first car. Who's going to talk first?
This is the 1975 308 GT4. It's a really rare car. They didn't make that many. It wasn't very popular, actually. And it's the only car in this whole field that's been styled by Bertoni. All the other cars have been styled by Pininfarina, coachmaker, body makers. So we have this car with us since, Mark has had this car since 1975.
Wow, it's in great condition, and it's black. Not something we see often.
The next one is a 308 4-valve GTS 1985. This car, of course, was made famous by that program Magnum PI and Tom Selleck. This actually put Ferrari on the map in North America, and this car has actually been styled by Pininfarina, which is all the rest of the cars.
All right.
Mario, you can take over next.
Mario, you want to talk about the next
one? Is a 328, which was the next model after the 328. Came along right after the 308. It was a great, also an evolution, same style. They kind of kept the Tom Selleck look as well. It was a great year. Lots of cars were produced in that year. A lot of guys kept these cars. Most guys upgrade, but the guys who owned them actually keep them because of that beautiful, stylish look. And then we moved down to 1992, which is a 348 TS. And this is a unique car because it's got a little bit of a combination of the front end, which has got a 308, 328 look. And if you take a look at the back, it's starting to look like the Testarossa and does not have the red lights like the back style.
The familiar round red lights that was identified with Ferrari. If you look at the back of most of these cars, they all have these red, very predominant red lights, and this is like a signature of Ferrari. And the last one, of course, is down this row is a 355. It's a 1995 355. What's particular about this car is that they changed the configuration of the motor somewhat. From the 328, 308 series, it was a transverse mounted engine, which means the engine was actually put sideways and the wheels or the transmission was connected directly to that engine. On these cars, the 348 and the 355, they've been back to the conventional regular transverse engine with straight, and the wheels, of course, have a transmission in the back like all the others. And what's particular about these cars is that the 348s, the 328s were all what they call 4 valves per cylinder. This one here, they experimented with a 5 valves per cylinder.
This was pretty fast.
It's fast, but it was also a very fragile car because the valves, the cylinder heads themselves are not that large, but the valves were very, very tiny, so it tends to be a little fragile. And after the series of this car, it was the one you sat in, they went back to the conventional 4-valve.
We're going to have lots of time to talk about these cars. We were supposed to take a minute, that took 3, but you know what?
I know we talk a lot.
These guys know their cars and they love their cars. Really quickly, we're expecting a cloudy sky all day long with a 60% chance of showers. It is going to be chilly with a high of 20 degrees. We're still below that seasonal normal. I'll be back in a few minutes with more weather and more Ferrari fun. In the meantime, here's Camille and Richard.
Don't have to pay.
Yes, thank you, Natasha. A whole lot of Ferraris. That's a way to put it. We're at the Luigi Ferrari Club here in Ville Saint-Laurent, and of course, we're going to be showing you a lot of Ferraris today. We're going to be talking very shortly to one of the founders of the Luigi Ferrari Club. But for now, we're going to talk about the weather really quickly. It's going to be very cloudy today. It's chilly. You want to bundle up when you head out the front door. It's going to still stay chilly throughout the day. We're expecting a high of 20 degrees, but no sunshine. Cloudy with showers throughout the entire day. Showers for tomorrow and showers on Saturday. Right up until Sunday, you can expect some rain. And Sunday is when we could see the sun again with partly cloudy skies, but only a high of 18 degrees. So it's going to be, we're having temperatures below our seasonal normals right now. I'll be back in a few minutes with more details and that interview. You guys don't want to miss this, coming up at 7:10. In the meantime, here's Richard with your entertainment news.
Thanks. Rain that might, spoil the look of their cars, and I'm sure that we were just talking about open house day down at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, but I'm sure fans are not going to be deterred by the rain either. How much rain are we expecting?
Well, we are expecting a little bit of rain, but it looks like it'll only be coming down a little later today, so around noon. So for these guys with their cars out, I think they'll be fine for the morning, but they'll have to put them away before lunchtime rolls around, that's for sure. We are expecting a few clouds throughout the day, well, obviously with those showers that are going to last right up until Sunday. I'll be back in a few minutes to give you all the details. In the meantime, here's a look at traffic with Natasha.
So not steady rain.
No, not steady rain, but you know what? It's going to be pretty cloudy throughout the entire 3 days. Today, tomorrow, Saturday, we're expecting to have some showers. Before we get into that, I have two very special guests with me today. We're going to have a small interview. This is Frank Del Pinto. You've met him before. He's the founder of the Luigi Ferrari Club. Why don't you tell me a little bit about about this club that you founded in 1990?
Well, I found it. It was actually Luigi that egged me on to find it. When I bought my car from Luigi back in 1985, he constantly would remind me, say, you know, and all over the world there's Ferrari clubs here and Ferrari clubs there. He says, and there's no Ferrari club in Montreal or Quebec, and he was the only distributor and dealership at the time. So I said, okay. I said to him, I said, give me a list of clients that you have, especially one that's a lawyer. And basically we started from that perspective. I called the lawyer to incorporate the club, and most of the people that helped me were actually his customers. And the club came into existence in 1990, and we incorporated back in 1993, I believe, or 92. And we started with that, and we made it.
You have two very important mission statements you were telling me a little bit about earlier. Mark was telling me this too. So one of them is to promote the Ferrari brand.
Yes.
And the second one, I think, is fundraising.
Yes. The most important aspect of our club, I believe, is fundraising. We decided to associate ourselves with children causes. And over the years, we've done fundraisers for the Montreal Children's Hospital, the St. Justin's, the Shriners. Even in Quebec City, we bought mechanical hearts. In St. Jean-sur-Richelieu, we've bought incubators that transport premature babies back to Montreal Children's. And over the past 20-odd years that the club's existed, we've raised in excess of $2.5 million for these causes. So we're very proud of that. And we continue to do that, even though Luigi has left us about a year and a half ago, back in February of 2012. But we are very proud of our club, very proud of our members, and very proud of what we do.
And you should be. Yes, Luigi is he was the first person to import Ferraris in Quebec back in the 1960s.
1960. He was the original Ferrari importer of all of Canada, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
He was selling Ferraris to Montreal, Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver. And later on, he just became the dealership in Quebec. And
now the club is named after him, Luigi Ferrari Club.
We named the club after him, Luigi Ferrari Club, Quebec.
Great. We're going to talk to Mark, who's here too, and Mark is actually, you're a member of the Ferrari Club, the Luigi Ferrari Club, and also you're a huge F1 fan. Apparently you've been to every F1 race since started in Montreal, in Quebec, actually, 1968. I think that was in Tremblant, the first one?
Yeah, the first one was in Tremblant in 1968, and they had it in there on 68 and 70. In between, went to Mossport. Then I went to Mossport from 71 through 77. Came to Montreal in 78, and it's been here ever since. And Montreal is a great race city. Montreal is a Ferrari city.
You were telling me that before, that Montreal is a Ferrari city. Why is that?
Hard to say. Maybe Luigi was part of it because he introduced Ferraris to Canada and Quebec. But it's a Ferrari town. Everybody loves the mark. They love the cars. It's hard to put your finger on. I don't know. Maybe it's part of our romantic or our romance heritage. It's a Ferrari town, and people love them. It was experienced or shown a lot with the parade that we did for 20 years at Peel Street, where we'd go down. We were limited to the number of cars we could bring down there because of parking, only between 45 cars, and people would park all over the place. But the crowd would be between 8 and 10 people be wandering around the street when we were down there. I think because Ferraris were there.
Well, I know that we're here, and it's generating a lot of response. Our friends and family are texting us, and oh my goodness, what are you doing here with all these cars? Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me. We're not done, of course. We're going to be here until 9 a.m. We still have plenty of great stories to share with you. Weather-wise, it is cloudy. We're expecting some showers today, tomorrow, and Saturday. High of 20 degrees today. We're below the seasonal normal. It is going to be chilly throughout the entire weekend. The sun could be back on Sunday, but it would still be a partly cloudy day. I'll be back in a few minutes with more details and more fun here at the Luigi Ferrari Club. In the meantime, here's Camille and Richard.
Thank you, Jessica. 14 minutes after 7 o'clock, we can get you to Cape Breton for a summer vacation, but...
I'm I'm here at the Luigi Ferrari Club Quebec. We're at the headquarters in Ville-Saint-Laurent. It's very cloudy out here right now. We're expecting a high of 20 degrees, so it is chilly today, and it's going to stay below our seasonal normals. And we are also expecting a little bit of rain, especially starting around noon. That's where we would get the most of it. I'm with Jean Morin, and Jean has a really special car he wants to show us. This is your car, the car that we have behind us?
Yeah.
And this is a limited edition. How many cars are there like this?
Well, they made in 2009, they made 499, very limited edition. And they call it 16M Scuderia. And it's convertible. It's a race car made for the road.
It's a race car.
It's a race car made for the road, yeah.
And you said there were like 5 of them in Canada?
Yeah, there's only 5 in Canada. And this model is only 1 in Quebec.
Wow. So you're a lucky guy.
Very lucky. Very fortunate, yeah.
And how fast does it go really quickly?
Well, it's clocked at 320 kilometers an hour.
Of course, you stay within the limits.
I stay in the limits, yes.
Of course. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more fun here at the Luigi Ferrari Club. But for now, here's Richard and Camille back at the desk.
Good. 499 of them, the only one in Quebec, and it goes 320 kilometers an hour, and he stays within the speed limits, and then he laughs a lot. Yeah. 7:20.
Here and there, potential showers.
Who needs an umbrella when you have a Ferrari?
Oh, yeah, forget the umbrella. Just go faster than the raindrops.
Exactly. This car will go faster than the rain, for sure. I'm with Fabrizio, and he's nice enough to let me ride in the car.
Wow.
He just gave me a little ride. You guys missed that, but it was amazing. And yeah, we're going to be having more fun. We're here all morning at the Luigi Ferrari Club Quebec. There's lots of Ferraris here, lots of great guys with lots of great stories as well. We're expecting cloudy skies today, a high of 20 degrees. We will be below our seasonal normal. A little bit chilly, but I got to say, my heart is feeling pretty warm right now. Go! Go! Take it away, Natasha!
All right, cool. The part is... Oh.
Oh! Hello!
There she comes, there she comes. She's pulling... Oh.
That is not Jess.
Listen to the sound.
I was going to say, Jess, you cannot be driving that Ferrari. Clear the roads.
Yeah, I'm not driving it. Fabrizio is driving it for me. It's just, you know, me making my regular entrance, right?
Jess, that is a beautiful sound, though. The sound of that engine is beautiful.
That is a great... Oh, no, not yet. Sorry, I didn't.
No, not yet.
I want to do my weather first, but I will gladly take off with you in just a few. He's too anxious to get going.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Camille is just saying, she was saying the sound of your car sounds really good. It's got like the engine. It's like music to our ears and to his ears too, I'm guessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at our weather forecast for today. We're expecting some clouds. I don't think I've ever talked about rain and clouds in such a happy fashion before. Ferraris will do that to you. We're expecting a high of 20 degrees this afternoon. 60% chance of showers. It's going to start especially around noon. We could be seeing a few peaks of sunshine here and there this morning, but right now I gotta say it looks more cloudy than anything else. If we take a look at our 5-day forecast, we are expecting some clouds throughout the day, tomorrow and Saturday. It's going to be nice and rainy right up until Sunday with showers. High of 15 degrees for tomorrow. It is below our seasonal normal. At this time of year, you can expect 23. High of 19 degrees for Saturday. We've got 60% chance of showers on Saturday as well. Sunday is when the sun could start coming back. We're expecting partly cloudy skies with a high of 18 degrees. And on Monday, we're going to see some rain again. Light rain with a high of 20 degrees. So it is going to be a little bit chilly for the next few days. It's going to be chilly this weekend, gray, cloudy, and a little bit rainy. But you know, the good thing with showers, like Richard was saying, it's intermittent, so it doesn't ruin your day. And I definitely don't think it'll ruin the F1. Speaking of F1, I think it's time to take off. Take it away, guys. Woo-hoo!
Sorry, I got like...
Are you kidding? It was awesome.
I completely knew it.
Ooh, wow.
A cloudy, rainy day with a high of 20 degrees today. I'm at Luigi Ferrari Club Quebec. I'm with the president of the club. This year's Mario Del Pinto. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is the headquarters. This is where you guys will come to meet before an event, because you guys do a lot of events. We actually have a few pictures on the wall that we can show you. Do you want to give me a few examples?
Yes, this is where we actually rendezvous before each event, whether it be just an outing for the club or a fundraiser. As you can see on the wall here, we have all our history. Most of our events are done within the community. Some of them are fundraisers. As you can see here, we have lots of funds that have been donated. One has been a very interesting one, which is the incubator for the hospital. And just recently, last year, down on the bottom here, we have a mechanical heart that was generously donated by the club at one of our Quebec City events here on Grand Allée, which was a very successful event. Basically, this is our headquarters. We gather here, we have some coffee, and we head out to our events.
And you raise a lot of money.
We raise lots of money for the community and the special events.
That's great. And Richard, you're on the wall too. Look, Richard. There you are. You're on the phone again. But I'm noticing you're wearing the jacket. Clearly, they've made you an honorary member. Huh.
Yes, it was a thrill, too. And I remember taking a ride, and I think it was Len Sanders' Ferrari. Wow, what a trip that was.
Yeah, he says what a trip that was. Yeah, he loved it. Yeah, well, and I got to say, I'm enjoying it too. I'll be back in just a few minutes with more weather details and, of course, more Ferrari fun. In the meantime, here's Richard with your entertainment news.
Wouldn't mind going for a spin this morning. It is 7:59. Good morning. The
To do with Ferraris, the F1 buzz here in Montreal. This is the biggest weekend for the city. Crescent Street's closed down, Peel Street's closed down, open house, and Jess is hanging out with a couple of beautiful cars this morning.
Jess is with the Luigi Ferrari Club Quebec. Got to say hi to Frank and Mark and all the guys. They, as Jess mentioned, I think they did kind of make me an honorary member, although tell them I'm still waiting for my honorary Ferrari.
Oh, I'll tell them that Frank... Richard says he's waiting for his honorary Ferrari. He got the jacket, but he didn't get the Ferrari.
It's a 1/18th scale.
He has one that's 1/18th scale. Is that okay for you, Richard?
Can I fit in that?
You could sit on it, but I don't think you could fit in it.
Oh, what the heck, I'll take it.
You have to
I probably should.
small, apparently.
I probably shouldn't be allowed to drive a real Ferrari anyway.
No, I don't think either of us can.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, but we can sure look at them, and I have been doing that all morning. We're inside the headquarters right now. It's also a garage. This is where they fix the Ferraris as well. We've got Ferraris and Fiats and Maseratis and other expensive Italian names. I'm going to be back in just a few minutes to give you more details. Weather-wise, we're expecting clouds, showers, yes, in terms of weather. It's these Ferraris. They've got my mind all messed up. We're expecting a high of 20 degrees today, so it will be chilly. I'll be back in a few minutes. Natasha, take it away.
I would go for a ride in a Ferrari, but I can't say I would drive one. I would be a little bit too timid, I think.
Too timid?
And I don't know if Ferraris really suit me. I don't know if I'm a Ferrari kind of gal.
Yeah, no, I guess if you're driving a Ferrari, timid's the least
Exactly,
thing you can be. Jessica Levanture is out there with a special guest at the Luigi Ferrari Club Quebec. Jess?
Yep, I'm here with Frank Del Pinto, who's, of course, the founding member of the Luigi Ferrari Club Quebec, and he's got a very special car to show me. Really quickly, tell me about what this car is.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you that we have to thank Ralph, who owns the garage.
Oh, for sure. Thank you, Ralph.
Ralph has been taught by Luigi for 12 years, a mechanic. And when Luigi passed away, Ralph took over the garage, and these are all customers' cars. And this particular one is a 348 that the gentleman who owns this car had the wheels changed, and he also had a special exhaust put on that will wake up anybody on the street.
So if we're going to wake up anybody on the street, we thought we'd wake you up at home, and you're going to...
Would you like me to start it?
I would like you to start the car.
Let's hope it starts.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you are about to hear a Ferrari, this special Ferrari, start up, and it's going to make quite the sound. Does that sound like the F1 for you? That's as Grand Prix as it gets. So thank you so much, Frank, for doing that. Now that I've only have half an ear left, we're going to go ahead with the weather. Thanks for doing that. All right, let's take a weekend ever, but showers means it's intermittent, right? So that actually might not be too bad. Thank you, Frank.
Let's hope it clears up for the race.
I really hope it does. What happened? Really? I don't know if we have time. What happens if it rains during the race?
It's rain or shine. The boys are going to be out there.
It happens.
Special rain tires, rain gear, and show must go on.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. It's going to happen anyway. Might as well enjoy it.
It will happen.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Richard, Camille, take it away. It's going to be a cloudy day today with some showers, high of 20 degrees. It is below our seasonal normal, so you have to bundle up when you step out the front door today. Now, I'm again with Frank from the Luigi Ferrari Club Quebec. It's quite a mouthful, that name. I'll get used to it. This is what you call, I thought this was hilarious. Frank pointed to this and he said, this is our jewelry, Ferrari jewelry.
Ferrari jewelry, I call it. Actually, what this is an aftermarket exhaust system for some of the Ferraris. They're made custom for Ferrari. It's all stainless steel. There's other makes. This particular model is called the Capristo. And Ralph from Monaco Prestige is the official distributor of Capristo exhaust systems. The loud noise you heard before, which we call sound of the Ferrari, that came in that car 348, was actually this muffler here.
Oh.
That
so
you heard.
If I take this and I put it in my Toyota Yaris, will it make the same sound?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll fit in your Toyota Yaris.
I don't think so either. It doesn't even fit in my front seat.
This one here was made for the other car, which we didn't start when we started it earlier. It's for a Testarossa. So depending on, some people think that a Ferrari should be seen as well as be heard.
Right.
That one I think was a little bit over the top, but the other car with this system is very tame, and it only really comes to life like when you're really driving fast on the highway, like maybe at over 4,500 RPMs, then you'll really hear the sound of this baby.
Well, it certainly does make quite the sound. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Richard, take it away.
Thank you, Jessica. Good morning. Daft Punk is still #1. Allison. Good morning. It is 8:32. You're watching Global Montreal Morning News, and I'm not sure what's going on here, and that definitely does not look like a Ferrari. But it looks like they are simulating excessive speed or something. Here's what's making news.
The latest in summer fashions from Harry Rosen. And Jess has got what looks like the latest in car trends, at least for this weekend in Montreal. F1 festivities are being kicked off. And Jess, it's just you and the Ferraris this morning.
You know, this is the trend for this morning. You've got today's 2013 fashion is this gray Ferrari with the red, beautiful plushy red leather seats. It's, what's that? Oh, I thought you were asking me something there, Richard. But you know what? We don't see a lot of colored Ferraris. Most Ferraris are red, and I was asking Frank about that, and he said, you know, that's just how it is. Ferraris are red, and sometimes you have the odd color, the limited edition colors. There's a yellow one in there. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes to give you more details, and we'll tell you more about this car because this is a very special car. You'll know more about it in just a sec. I'll be back. For now, here's Natasha with a look at traffic.
Quebec, and she's gone. She's sped away from us in a Ferrari. She's sped up to us in a Ferrari, and no more speeding around, Jess. Or
well, you know what? The morning's not over yet, Richard.
Yes, that's what I was afraid of.
I didn't realize. Drive it though.
I didn't realize that gray car you were in before because the camera was very close. I didn't realize it was a Ferrari.
Oh,
that's why I said, I don't think that's a Ferrari, but yes, it is. I see that now. I saw that in your the last time you were on. Silver.
It really is. But it's silver. It's a special car in every sense of the term. I mean, yes, it's special because of its color, but it's special because of the meaning that it has to its owners. These are the owners of this car. This is Mimo and Nick. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So, who wants to tell me about the car? What's the brand of this car?
Well, this is a Ferrari Testarossa. It's a 1991. This particular car has 3,600 kilometers. It was owned by Luigi. Obviously Luigi Della Grotta, and we purchased the car to actually honor him as part of the club.
Tell us a little bit about who Luigi is, someone who doesn't know.
Luigi Della Grotta was the founder, the one who brought Ferrari to Canada, one of the first in 1968.
That's right. Yeah, so he was sort of the founder as well of not of the club, but he inspired.
Exactly, but he's the one who actually spoke to Enzo Ferrari to bring the club here to Canada. He had to convince him several times.
Enzo Ferrari being
Enzo Ferrari himself,
the big guy.
The big guy, and this was his car, his personal car. This car was taken out only on special occasions, and that's what we're doing right now. When the club has a special occasion, we take the car out. and exactly just to keep his legacy alive.
Right, you bought the car after he died, so that
After he passed,
so that the car would be would stay in the family.
Exactly, would stay in the family, would stay within the club, and we promised to keep this car within the club for a very long time. It'll be part of our collection.
So Luigi is here with us. And can you tell us really quickly just about the car? How fast does it go?
This is a very fast car. I mean, the engine of this car is a 12-cylinder, and this was one of the engines that was used in the Ferrari racing, the F1 team, actually. So, yes, a very fast car. We've never really taken it to its limit.
No, because you drive safely.
We drive safely, but it's a very fast car.
All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Mimo
so
and Nick.
much.
We're going to be back. We're not quite over yet. Let's take a look at weather really quickly. It's going to be a very cloudy day today. It looks like we're having most of that sunshine, fortunately. And Monday, we do have some light rain planned with a high of 20 degrees. So the next few days are definitely below our seasonal normal. I'll be back in a few minutes for our little closing statement here. More Ferrari fun on the way. In the meantime, Camille, Richard, take it away.
Thank you, Jessica. 8:43.
Thank you, Natasha. We are expecting a very cloudy day today. There will be some showers with a high of 20 degrees. It's not going to be a very warm day, but I got to tell you, there's a lot of warmth right here at the Luigi Ferrari Club Quebec. I want to thank you for having me over. Thank you to Frank. Thank you to Mark. Where are you, Mark? There you are. Thanks, Mark. Thank you to Jean. Thanks to Ralph, who's hiding because he doesn't want to be shown on camera. I want to thank everybody, and Mario, who had to leave. We had such a blast, and your Ferraris, I'm telling you, you boys and your toys, you gotta love them both. I'll be back. Actually, I won't. This is it for me. But let's throw it back to Richard, and I will. Let's wave bye-bye. There you go.
Bye, Richard. Bye, guys.
Bye.
It is 8:56. Thank you.